In a move that's stirring debate, House Republican leader Mike Johnson has stood firm in defending his characterization of this weekend's protests against President Donald Trump as hate America rallies. But here's where it gets controversial. Johnson insists he was specifically criticizing the tone and messaging of the protesters, not condemning any particular group or political party outright. Johnson clarified that his comments targeted the rhetoric employed during the protests, emphasizing that he was not labeling all Democrats or their supporters as enemies. During an interview on ABC News this week, host Jonathan Karl pointed out Johnson's previous remarks, noting that Johnson had once urged Americans to see each other as fellow countrymen, even after violent incidents like the murder of Charlie Kirk. Johnson responded by distancing himself from any notion of calling people enemies, instead focusing on the content of the protests. There were many hateful messages, he said, citing video and photographic evidence of violent language directed at the president, such as calls for fascists to die, and asserting that his concern was with the messages rather than the protesters themselves. When Karl pressed Johnson about his associations between anarchists, Antifa, Hamas, and the Democratic Party, Johnson defended his statements. He acknowledged that he didn't mean to suggest the entire Democratic Party shares these views, but expressed concern about what he perceives as an increasing Marxist influence within the party. Specifically, Johnson pointed to the political landscape in New York City, warning that the city might soon elect a mayor with socialist and Marxist ideas, a development he considers an objective fact that underscores the rise of Marxism within Democratic ranks. This story is still unfolding, so stay tuned for updates. The core of the debate revolves around whether Johnson's comments accurately reflect the protests or unfairly conflate different groups, and whether his framing of the political landscape is justified or exaggerated. What's your take? Does this rhetoric cross a line, or is it a necessary warning about growing ideological shifts? Share your thoughts and join the conversation.